Welcome back to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It is your host with the most. If this is your first time tuning into the show, then I ask that you pause, go hit that subscribe button, and then hit the bell next to the subscribe button and click the notification note that says send me all videos. That way you are updated every time we update one of these stories that we have covered, or every time a new video is uploaded, or every time we go live on SouFLoTV. All right, the two topics we're going to talk about today is Ruel Knight, who his father was seen shooting him on CCTV video at the family's business. We all know the backstory to that story at this point. If you don't know the backstory, then go and watch our previous videos that we did recently on the topic. And we're going to talk about the member of parliament that was seen on video beating this woman. All right, let's start out with the Ruel Knight story. So, a father was seen on CCTV cameras, right, in what looks like a warehouse or parking lot where an altercation apparently happened. The backstory to that, go check the other videos to find out. What we did see on the video was the man kick his son, and his son looked like instant reaction. If somebody is trying to kick you, you're either going to use your hands to block their feet or foot from kicking you, and you're probably going to even hold on to the foot that's trying to kick you. That is what Ruel did. When Ruel did that, we also saw his father fire his gun. He shot his own son. His son fell to the ground. He even went over there and kicked his son in the head after shooting him. He then jumped in his vehicle and fled. Now I want you to keep in mind something. The update to that story is that that father has now been charged for murder. The problem I have with that is, why did it take them a whole week to charge him for murder when it was seen on video? And not only was it seen on video, there was his own son, which is his younger son to Ruel, testified, gave his statement, not only to news media, but to police as well. Not only to the details of what happened when this man shot and killed his own son, but the son also gave a backstory to who his father is as a person, his personality, saying that we seeked help before. I know yesterday or today this is long time coming. This is how daddy is. Everybody get them fair share. That kind of stuff. He's always been that kind of person. He flies off the hinges and apparently gets violent pretty quickly, whether it's verbally or physical confrontation. Now, there's a lot of stuff floating around out in the air now that he has been charged. I've seen one report where they're saying that multiple times he made reports to the police that his son was stealing money from the business and using that money to fund some nefarious characters about the place. I don't believe that. I would have to see the paperwork of all those times that he actually did report his son. In any event, what led up to him shooting his son had nothing to do with his son stealing from the family business. We have established that at this point, right? I am glad that he has been charged. And just like I said in the other video before, he needs to be off the streets. Listen, man, look into your mind and your heart as a person. If you can shoot and kill your own child like that because your child was trying to calm you down, even if it was true that the son was stealing money from the family business and using it to fund gangsters or badman or some nefarious characters, even if that was the case, the manner in which he killed his son is just not acceptable at all. And if he can do that to his own son, then I guarantee you that he can easily do that to someone else who is not related to him. This is the kind of character that if they cannot do that to you, them have money. He's not a broke man. He's not living on the salary of the average Jamaican citizen that is even middle class. So These people can easily pay someone to do you just like this. You understand? So someone like him does not need to be on the street. I am happy that he has been caught. I know, on the other hand, with broad reasoning, that this is hard. This has got to be hard on the woman that married this man, stayed with him for how many years, built an empire with him, had children with him, raised their children with him together, all this other stuff, and now to see him sitting in prison. He's sitting in prison because he did a terrible act. But he did the terrible act on the child that you had for him. So she should be grieving both ways. Then to think about the children that are left behind, and not only that, to think about the grandchildren, because the son that he killed had 3 children of his own. So for the grandchildren to be like, yes, that's Papa, that's Grandpa, we love Granddaddy, you know. And then to see that your granddad is the person that took the life of your dad over something so frivolous and stupid as well. My condolences goes out to the family. I'm sure, man, they're going to need grief counseling. And I've said this before and I'm going to continue to say it. We go through so many traumatic events through our history before we were born. Trauma handed down, coming from those who left the plantation after slavery was abolished to those who they raised with those same plantation mentality and beatings and roughness, and on the way down generation to generation to generation, violent against each other, quick to get to violence instead of solving simple issues. And that's one of our biggest issues. But what that has left over the years is a nation of traumatized people. Traumatized. So they're going to need help to get through this. They've lost a loved one. They have also lost the father as well. It's just sad all the way around. But I'm glad he's charged. Now, on the story about the member of parliament who was seen on video. Now y'all remember we covered the video and I showed the part of the video where he was beating the woman. I even slowed it down and we went over it multiple times close up just to show that he was beating this woman, dragging her, had her by the neck at one point. Many of those blows that he gave was to the head of the woman on video. And they have now established that that was him on the video and that was his common law wife. All right. A lot of outcry came, including us, who said, hey, we need to find this person. We need to make sure he's held accountable for what he did, especially finding out that he was a MP, a sitting member of parliament. Fast forward and news breaks from the JCF, which is the Jamaica Constabulary Force, which says, along the lines of, not the exact words, but that both parties have refused to file any formal charges or any formal reports against each other. Both parties are basically now at a cease and desist point. That means him not complain and she is not going to complain any further. So they're both not telling on each other. They have decided to move on with their lives. I think when the beating took this lady, you see, she said, you know me, I tell police, me not care about your career and all that. But after it calmed down and she saw all the media hoopla around it and she started thinking about the destruction of this man's career, about bottom line, his money and his status would have been destroyed and all these things. Plus, we don't know if she get threatened behind the scenes or she get paid off behind the scenes. Whatever the case is, she has decided to not go forward. And based on that, the JCF has said that all investigations into this matter has come to an end. You know what that means, people? That means that is it. Nothing nangwan. And that's how it end. We will see nothing of it. And this MP will continue to be a sitting member of parliament. Now, I have to ask you, what message does this send? In a country like Jamaica, ranking so high in femicide, which is the murdering and destruction of our females, women, and girls. What message does this send to the abused? This says to the abused, if you are abused, molested, hurt by any man of power, you might as well not say anything because they will find a way to cover it up. Even if they see it on video, they're able to look the next way. So you might as well not say anything. This tells other people who are in that same position of being violated, especially girls, little girls, mid-age, women, etc., that the system is not on your side. This also sends a message to the Jamaican population that, because, be honest, if this was a regular man, he would have been in trouble. And he would have been dealt with. And they would have made an example out of him. And Andrew probably would have already been on TV talking about this is unacceptable. This is what we cannot have in our country. So we will make an example out of this individual and make sure he is punished to the fullest extent of the law, blah, blah, blah. But it's a politician. It's not only a politician, it's a politician from his cabinet. It's a politician that is serving in his party under his rulership, his leadership. And as the head of that party, you are represented by all these individuals that are under you. But he stays quiet this time around because this must go away. This must disappear. This is not a good message that has been sent, but it is what it is. And you know what? Jamaican people have been accepting for so long. We have been accepting for so long. Like whatever we're given, we just understand, say, that's right there. That's all that's going to come of it. We might as well not even say nothing because we can't do nothing anyways. Just like how we've been crying about the murder rate for the longest. And many people are saying, y'all wonder why so many Jamaicans are so defiant when it comes to COVID? It's because, yes, COVID is real. Yes, people are getting sick. But the death rate for COVID in Jamaica is extremely low. Probably some of the lowest in any other country compared in the world. So it's not like a bag of Jamaicans are dying from COVID. But a bag of Jamaicans are dying from murder. So the people have been asking for the longest, please, Mr. Prime Minister, focus on the murders. I know, say, you can't stop anybody from killing. It's us, the citizens, but the citizens are not behaving themselves, sir. So please put some laws in place and some structure into the thing to protect victims. And up till now, all the leader has been saying is we are working on a crime plan. So the people see that nothing is going to be done really. They are basically left out here to hurt and suffer on their own. So they are defiant to these rules because they know that the thing that is really killing Jamaicans is the crime. Don't take my word for it. Go and compare the numbers. Compare the number of Jamaicans that have died from COVID to the number of Jamaicans that have died from murder from January 1st to today. And give me the number in the comment section and then tell me say a lie, me I tell. But hey, that's how it is. It's two laws that exist in the country. There is one for those who are influential and wealthy or connected to the wealthy and influential or in positions of power. And then there's another set for those who come from what they call garrison or the country bunking them and them kind of something there. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about this one. Should this MP lose his position, or are you accepting that he was able to beat this woman on video like that and then say nothing at all and still maintain his prestigious position? It's SouFLoTV. I'm out. Peace.